Hey there, lads and lasses. This is a very blurry Thunderhand 64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Wednesday. Trying to get my headphone connection here. There it is. Here on a Wednesday, it is a little bit past noon time, and that can only mean that it's time for some Generations Minecraft server. I keep setting the camera over and over again, and it keeps resetting itself to what it wants, and it does not understand. I do not want it to be blurry. Let me see if I can fix that. Camera control, brightness, zoom, focus. Yeah, see, it keeps setting itself to automatic focus when I set it to... Yeah, here it goes. Yeah, it won't do it again. Please. Camera, please. Here it is. Focus. And let me see. Let's put the... There, see? Just like this. Now, please just stay that way. Okay. Yeah. Right. Done and done. See? Much better. Just stay that way. You know, I don't mind having to fix the occasional problem here, but when I fix it, I want it to stay fixed. Then I could move on to the next problem, right? If I have to keep going back and refixing problems. Anyways, enough of that. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Well, as the stream title suggests, and as the music suggests, it's going to be some Baby Zombie Rush. All right, so I'm going to log on to the server first. Let's switch over to display mode, display scene like this, and not that display scene, and not that one. Wow, everything is once again different. Everything is configured itself to whatever it wants to do. Good Lord, why? I never changed that. Anyways, so if you remember our last Baby Zombie Rush stream, oh so long ago, what we were doing was we were in the browser, the web browser, and we were searching Chunkbase for a map. We decided it's time to build Baby Zombie Rush in its map and just move on with getting that done, right? And so we looked at many maps, and after doing so, you know, since we're going to be using World Edit, we're going to be using Lightmatica creative mode where we have control over biomes. The map itself isn't actually that important. I don't think it... I mean, I enjoy scrolling through maps like that and looking at the random biome generations and things like that. That's always been kind of fun for me to do. But in the end, my conclusion is, you know, the map itself doesn't actually matter. That being said, our dear friend, moderator of the stream, and co-streamer and fellow Minecrafter extraordinaire, Princess Nebula herself, decided to drop into the stream and suggested a map seed for the map that she's using on her single-player world. And I figured, well, since the map, my conclusion, it doesn't really matter, why not just use that map, right? I mean, it's an excellent map. Plus, it's good viewer and co-streamer and interaction and stuff. And Well, why not? So I loaded up the map onto the generation server, and so we can start with that today. By the way, as I also mentioned, our vendor Shockbyte has changed its service for the user interface and changed their servers so they're no longer using Multicraft. They did this several weeks ago. And so we have a new console, a new browser interface, all of that, new IP, all of that stuff. And so today I had to learn how to switch maps on the server. I didn't expect that. I thought that that would be a pretty straightforward thing. It's not straightforward at all, or not intuitive, and the communication on that has been very poor. The crossover to the new system has gone excellently and very, very smoothly. But I will say this for Shockbyte: after 4 years of very good service from them, and pulling off the interchange nearly flawlessly, their communication during this time has been absolutely terrible. And so, thankfully, I've just by trial and error, I figured out how to do it in time for the stream. So, again, we'll stay with Shockbyte for now. They've done a good job up until now, but I do have to say I am not pleased with their communication or lack thereof. That being said, let's just log on. Let's get it done. So we did upload the map. And here we are. Hello, Mushies. So one of the reasons why Nebula really likes this seed, and she's brought me into her survival world, single player world, so just so I could check this out. This Mushroom Island is just enormous. And we're not even set on large biomes. This is just the default biome size, and it's just incredible. Now, we don't really require a centralized Mushroom Island. We don't really require a big one. Remember, we can change biomes. So even if we get a halfway decent biome, Mushroom Island biome, we can always make it larger. But, if it's already made, and it's a seed that one of our friends is sharing with us, well, why not? Why not just use it, right? Also, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Mushroom Island biome, but again, it just makes things a little bit easier. We don't have the mob spawning, even though we'll probably be in adventure mode or something like that when prospective contestants log on to run the game, participate in the game. We can have the server settings such that we get the kind of gameplay that we want. But, the less of that we have to do, the better, right? And so Mushroom Island just eliminates some of those settings, right, that we'd have to otherwise change back and forth, from which we'd have to change back and forth between Baby Zombie Rush streams and the regular Generations survival maps stream. So the less of that we have to do, the better. Really. Trust me. But this is the map on which we're going to build. Yeah. And we're going to start a little bit of that kind of stuff today. This is a very cool biome. I can see why Nebula likes this. Can you imagine doing a survival world and having this as your base island on which you can work? I mean, it's just really cool. It is just very, very cool indeed. You can see we still have our Dramatic Skies resource pack and all of that other stuff on the Generation server. And I think we can just log into this map here. Let's do. Let me see. Gameplay server maps. I'm wondering if some of the creative mode commands are saved in the server or just in the map. I think they're just in the map, so I think we're okay. It's not really a big deal, but is it time set? And it's time set noon. There we go. Now for Baby Zombie Rush, again, we will do several changes, and I'll have to see how I can do that. In the new console for Shockbite, they have an option to make instances. And so in the console, I should be able to just switch back and forth between the instances. That would be a kind of cool thing to be able to do. I can also do that in multi-MC too. So I'll be experimenting with that and figuring out which is the best way to do that. Because there's nothing worse than leaving one kind of stream mode on the server and then logging on to another for the next stream and forgetting to reset things. And it's just, that's happened to me in the past. Just because of the nature of how I do this, again, I've no desire to do this as a full-time job, which means, I jump into it, do what I need to do, and then I jump out of it, do my IRL stuff, and then I have to jump back into it again. And that requires, a lot of coordination, a lot of memory and stuff. And, my current state, the state of him, my current state, I'm not particularly good at that. So the less of that I have to do, the better. All right, one of the things I'd like to do is get chunks on right now. Load up chunks. We'll have some map mods loaded onto the server as well, just to make building a little bit easier. But one of the other things that we can do is let's switch over to, let me see, is that display 2? Click off display 1, bring up display 2. Why is this not working? That? There it is. Hey, it's just Windows trying to switch between the two monitors, OBS trying to do it, right? So, remember this old place? Hey, everybody. Now, this is running directly off my PC, so you can see, PC One's really struggling to handle this in single-player mode. So this is not the online server. This is just on my PC. And so, but we can use this. The reason why I have this set up is so we can take some measurements. So one of the first things we need to do is determine if I can fit 3 of these copies onto this mushroom island. I'm pretty sure I can. This is a very large mushroom island. But let's take some measurements here. Let's take a look at how many chunks we're going to need roughly for this kind of thing. And again, like this is the Anvil launching system here. We may figure out more compact ways in which to, as we're building this thing, in which we can rebuild this, right? when we build this onto the survival world, it is not going to be an exact copy of what we have here. Remember, this is just the test world version of this to develop the different kinds of features for the map. But when we actually build it on here, it's probably going to wind up being quite a bit different, right? So we have since, some of these features on here are pretty old from older versions of Minecraft, and we now have better ways of doing things, right? And so things may change. Things are subject to change. But let's take a look here. See, like a lot of machines here should not be crossing chunk borders. Like this thing, if we can help it, we should try to put this inside one chunk and not have things cross chunk borders when we can help it. Most of the time it'll work just fine, but sometimes things do not work that well when machines, especially Redstone, when you cross chunk borders like that. So. All right, so let me see. This is going to be about a boot. I'm going to measure the chunks from right about here, so that's going to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's about, looks like about 8 chunks in one direction by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8 by 8 chunks. That's actually a good. Oh, good lord. That's actually a good measurement. All right, so let's now do this. There we go, back to here, and of course, it's raining once more in Minecraft. Doc! And then, let me see. Is it weather or is it set weather? Okay, it's weather. Oh, clear. Okay, that's pretty easy. And okay, we're good. All right, so we're going to need the width to be the island looks like it's roughly square, but we're going to need to be able to fit 3 of those copies on here and then some sort of staging area. So I'm thinking of like a 2x2 array where we'll have the staging area be 8 chunks maybe, and then copy 1, copy 2, copy 3, like that. And so we get a 2x2 kind of area. But if the biome does not accommodate that, we may do something like a more linear kind of way where we might have the staging area and then copy 1, copy 2, copy 3, or across like this. We'll see. So let's just try. Let's get to the furthest edge here, somewhere like right around here. Let's go in about a chunk maybe there. E er san su u liu chi ba. Okay, there's 8. So we'd be able to fit 1 there, and then e er san su u liu chi. So we could fit 2 right up against each other. And then you want a couple of chunks in between. So, and then you can see it extends out there. So I know we can fit at least 2 side by each, as the Frenchmen say, there. And then for this length, for this, let me see, we'll have E. 二三四五六七八九十十一十二十三十四十五十六 There's 16, and then 一二三四 about 4. That's pretty good. And if we need to extend it off to the sides a little bit, that's just fine. So I know I can fit a 4x4 here. So there would be one configuration of 3 copies in a staging area here. And then we can we might be able to fit 2 more here. I'm thinking we could fit one in here. And we could fit another one here. Because this is so big. I know we can fit at least 2 here. We might be able to fit 3. Now, I should just warn you ahead of time. We are going to obliterate this mushroom island, right? But if you have some sort of fondness in your heart for this little mushroom island, remember, Nebula has built her survival world base here. And so I'm not going to ask you to nag Nebula about streaming again, but she does have this biome in her world. And I'm sure, I'm not entirely sure, but if you ask her, she might be willing to show it to all of you guys. Or, we could always do a stream where, even though if she doesn't feel like streaming, I could do the stream and maybe she could invite us on to have a look at it. We could work out something with Nebula. If you guys really, really need to see that. If you feel really heartbroken about me just obliterating this mushroom island. So I'm going to, I think, start with a biome right here. Start with a chunk right here. And then we'll measure it across. And we'll start clearing out on Mushroom Island here. And so let's clear out and level off the area for the first configuration. Again, I could build it in the air like I did in the test world, but I would really like to hide all the redstone mechanics underneath it. So we're going to have to go down a certain level, and we'll measure that too. So down a certain level to house a lot of the redstone. Let me see. I think there's a way that I can turn off. There's a command for turning off the daily cycle, right? I just forget what that is. Disable day-night cycle. All right, yeah, game rule, /. Okay, here we go. So let's set it first. There we go, and then we can do game rule. And let me see, it's case sensitive here, so I have to remember that. Daylight cycle, and then it should be set for false. And I don't see any typos. So I think we're good. All right, so that'll stop the day and night cycle, so we can actually get some work done. Okay. Let's see. Again, that's a little too far out. I think this is the one I want right here. Let's get some wool. Not wool. Hands, please. Let's do something like this. And let's mark that right there. And you know what? We'll go up with it a little bit just to make sure that we get everything. And let me see. Level. What's going to be my base level here? Okay, there we go. Oh, no. That's right. I forgot which keyboard I'm using. There we go. Let me see. I'm at level 71, right? I think my base level should be about layer 65. Right about here. I like that. All right. Now, I did say that I was going to be using Lightmatica and World Edit and stuff. I'm probably not going to do that this stream. I'm probably just going to... I can accomplish most of this with just creative mode. So... maybe next Baby Zombie Rush stream, I'll have that all set to go. But like I said, I really want to mess around with that and refresh my memory on the World Edit stuff, and then start with the Lightmatica stuff. Again, I was originally just going to copy the Baby Zombie Rush from the creative test world that you guys just saw and just copy it right into the stream, right into this new world. But I think I'm actually going to build it first. I'll use creative mode and I'll use World Edit and stuff like that. But I'm going to basically build it, and then when I get the first copy of the first configuration built, then I'll use Lightmatica to make the other two copies of it. I'm thinking that's the way I'm going to go about this. So let me see. First of all, let's do our fill command here. Let's get our chords. We'll get this over here. Go air like this, not air, air like that. We should be good. All right, so we need to do that with 8 chunks by 8 chunks in this whole area, and then move over to the next, and then we'll set all of this stuff up. And right now, this is just going to be the surface here, and so this will be the level on which the players will be actually standing as they're running through the maze, right? So we'll do that. Let me see. I think I'm going to do, because I need the chunks in between, so I'll do it 12 chunks by 12 chunks. That ought to fit the entire game in there with, or I should say 16. I should do it 20 chunks by 20 chunks. That'll fit in all 3 copies with all 3 copies with the staging area too. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to see if I can take out a strip of 9 more chunks this way and then 10 more chunks over there. We'll see if we can do that. So let's just pick a height here that will be 90, should clear everything like this. So that's 1. This will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like this. We were there, so let's go over to here. Let's get down to here. Like this. Let's see if it'll take out that many. It might be too many blocks, but we'll see. Let's just go back to the fill command. Onion. Hold on. I'm here. And I'm there. Good. Good. All right. It's exciting to be working on Baby Zombie Rush again. We've been away from it for a long time. And even more exciting to actually be building it now in a world that's... I told you, I tell you, I've been looking forward to this Baby Zombie Rush stream. I know I've been there's been interim where I've been trying to get things straightened out, and we've been busy IRL and stuff. But I've been really looking forward to this. So it's like I was so excited to stream this today. Finally. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see if it'll handle this many chunks, this many blocks. Yeah, too many. All right, let's just do it in 5s then, right? So 1. Let's handle it in 5s. So let me see. That would be the... Yeah, let's just do this. And see if it can handle this. All right. Yeah, I can deal with that. All right, so you can see where there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, right? And now we need to do that 4 more times that way. So you can see this is going to take a little bit of time, right? Let's bring this on up again. And again, I'm thinking right about there is good. Right, so we'll do this. If I do this right, we could just edit and just keep reusing this same one here. So E, R, sans, ooh, like this. And now we can get this one that we were trying to get before. Like that. And that should not be a problem. All right, something's wrong. Okay, we're also going to have to disable weather too, right? So let's do that. And we just need to... let's set the weather clear first. Nice. All right. Now let's do game rule. And all we have to do is change daylight to weather. There we go. All right. You should say nice and sunny. All right. Let's do this. Let's get that fill command again. Somehow my edit of that didn't go through. I don't know why, but... It's very likely a typo, but whatever. Whatever. If I point to this block, I should be fine. Wow. So that's too many blocks for that, huh? You know why? Because we probably only did 4 blocks here, and the 5th was that one. So maybe it can only handle 4 of these at a time. So E, San, Su. All right, let's try this. Maybe we'll have to take it in 4s. Yeah, we're gonna have to take that in 4s. Get the Mushis. We might have to do something about the Mushis. I don't know. I would like not to and just have them hanging around outside the maze. But I don't know if they spawn inside the maze. Maybe that would be a kind of funny feature, right? So let me see. This is going to be how many? Because we had 5 and 4. That's 9. 4 more is going to be 13. Then we'll do 3 more. Okay. Let's see, that's 1、2、3、4 right here. Like that. There we go. Let's go back and go enter this block in now. Bring this over to here. Kapow. All right, then I think I should need, what, maybe 3 more? Let's do a count just to make sure. E, 2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13. So that's 13. So we need 3 more to get to 16. 4 more would be 17. We need to get to 20, right? So let's do 4 more and then 3, right? Ooh, right here. Ooh, it's too much. San is what we want. Okay. Let me see. We're right there. Let's get this. Let's do this. Let's bring this over to here. You know what I'm saying? That. Back here, right. Now this will probably be faster to do with World Edit. But the problems with having to learn how to change maps at the last minute on the new server setup, which I wasn't expecting, brought me right up to stream time. So I wasn't expecting to have to do that. So I'd like a little more time to prepare and relearn that. Okay, so we said do 4 and then 3, right? So oh wow, this one fell a little bit short. Okay. All right, fine, whatever. right here. I will do E, our sun, and that should do it. That should bring us right where we need to be. Like this. Yeah, that one went a little lower. What happened? Thunder. Okay. All right. Sure, whatever. You know what? For now, maybe I'll do this. Like that. Come over to here, like this. No. Not air. The whole purpose was to fill that with stone like that. There we go. There we go. Okay, much better. Okay, so it will be a square, and this will be the length of one side. And this will fit in like a 4x4 grid of these copies, right? So that would be one configuration. And then we would put in a second configuration over here. San Si Liu Qi Ba Jiu Shi Shi Yi Shi Shi San Shi Si Shi Wu Shi Liu Shi Ji Shi Ba Shi Jiu Shi, right to about here. Now I don't think we can fit a third one in, but we might, you know, if I arranged these differently, I probably could, if I didn't set them in some sort of handy 4x4 grid. You know, I could distribute them a little bit differently, but I think to keep them organized, I think it's best this way, right? So we could, I'm thinking 2 configurations for this island. All right, so let's bring this over this way now by 20 blocks, or 20 chunks, I should say. Being 4 chunks at a time. Let's do this. Something like that might be tall enough. So let me see. That would be E. Our sun, like this. We'll bring this down. And where am I at here? Right about there. All right, so we're working with air again. No. Thunder, please. Please, brain, don't do those kind of things to me. Please. Thank you. Okay, so that's 3 plus that. That makes the 4th one there. Now we have to do that, what, 5 more times? I just wonder if Did I actually make it over there, or is that just the 16 and I need to do 4 more? Sure, that's 4. And again, the height here, it looks like it's messed up again, right? Like this should be standing on 65, not 64. I mean, it doesn't matter a whole lot, but this could lead to a mistake later, right? So yeah, see, that goes even lower. Now, this is a disaster. What's going on, Thunder? Hopefully this won't be too many blocks to set in place. I don't think it will, right? Are we good now? All right, we've confirmed 20 blocks. See, it's wrong again. I keep undoing what I'm trying to do here. So you guys can see I'm a little rusty at this. I wonder if it's going to let me take out this many at once. And I think I know how I'm selecting it incorrectly. Dang. Okay, there it is. That's where I want to be. That wasn't so bad. So I just want to be standing on block 65. And I'm just picking that number just... just to have a standard level on which I can build everything, right? So the 65 itself isn't really that important. It's more just making sure everything is the same level, right? Great. That's what I want right there. Okay, that's what I'm doing. All right, I understand now. So this should be 4 right here. San, su, and the next 4 should be right here. San, su, like this. Yeah, I'm standing on 66, but I'm looking at 65. That's what I should be doing. Okay. It's got to take a little bit for my brain to get back into this kind of task again, but by the end of the stream, we should be okay. Okay, this looks good. So 4 and 4, that's going to be 8. Is that going to be high enough? Yes, it will. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right to here. Here, like this. If I use the other coordinates, is that going to work? No, it's not. Okay. All right, fine. Whatever. Oh, that's what. Maybe like that? Oh no, because I needed to select the opposite side. Good Lord, there. Please. There we go. See, sometimes I think like reusing the coordinates doesn't really save me that much time. I could have just typed it in from scratch a little bit quicker than that, I think. Okay, so that is what, 8? Let's see. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12。That should be 12. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, right here. Dang. Too much. Okay. So I'm still struggling, but we'll get there. So that was 12. That should have been 16. So this next one should do it. Is that going to be high enough? Yes, I think it will be. E, san, si. Right there. Still off. Dang. Okay. So that should be it. E, san, si, liu, qi, ba, jiu, shi, shi, yi, shi, shi, san, shi, si, shi, shi, liu, shi, ji, shi, ba, shi, jiu. It says I'm one short. $10. In Chinese, it's 19. In English, it's 20. I'm going to go with 20 because I probably forgot to count the first one. All right, now we'll make the next strip down to here. You guys can see in the background down there. We'll bring this strip over to here. By the way, it doesn't necessarily have to be, the floor be down at 65. I might raise it up a little bit. Try to get an average of the distance over the island instead of having it be down in a ditch. But it's going to have to be hollowed out down here anyway because we're going to need to put the redstone components underneath it. Real Foolish Sage! Hey, Thunder, how's things? Things are doing great. Thank you so much, sir. How are you doing over there? By the way, the face that you had posted in the community server channel, the pic that you posted in there, I'm hoping that you haven't become like gone on some religious monk hermitage out to some rock off the coast of Ireland. I hope you're doing all right, buddy. That's a historically very Irish thing for a man to do. Just you and the goats. Which is what they were going for in that last Star Wars movie, right? Where Rey goes out and finds a bitter and self-exiled Luke Skywalker, right? Let me see. Let's do this. Right about here. It's just a cliff walk nearby, which A lot of places in Ireland could be described as that, right? Packed with tourists. But I managed to get a couple of shots with few people. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's August there, right? So you guys must be mobbed with tourists right now. By the way, you guys can see the auto shout out up there for fellow buffoon VIP, real foolish sage. Last streamed Warhammer. Well. By the way, the community server, the Buffooncraft VIP community server, will be up and running again quite shortly from what Chris has dropped in the Discord. So maybe we'll be doing those streams again soon. And we'll be building with our friends once more. Slaja. Gotta say, I'm looking so forward to that. Because I've missed you guys. Okay, our sun, right about there. All right, so this is what I wanted. So good. I got what I wanted. Thank you, brain. Let's do this. San Su. Fuck. That is not what I wanted to do. No. I blew that one. Nope, I blew it again. There we go. Wow, I don't know how I keep messing that up. Yeah, heck yeah. It's always more fun building with friends. I have a lot of fun building single player, but it's just so much funnier when you get to build with other people. So are we at 8 yet? 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8. Yeah, that's 8. All right, so 1、2、3、4 like this. And then like this. And a little bit like this. Great. So that should have been 12. San Su. And we're missing a little ground on which to stand. Now, I know there's a Mushi under there. Don't worry, he'll be able to make it out of there. Let's see. So that's what, 16? Shilio, right, 16, so we need 4 more. So you can see that these, the copies of each configuration takes up quite a bit of space. That's why we needed such a big area on which to build. Right, here we go. Okay, San Su right here. This should do it. Nice. Okay, so we should start making our way back this way now. Should be straight across here. You guys can see how massive this is going to be. But believe me, when we start building the game and its copies here, this space will start to look very small. Right here. Sun right over to there. Oh, wait, we can actually do this. So we can do this a little bit differently now. See, when you know what you're doing, this actually goes a little bit quicker. Thunder, please. How am I doing for time here? 118. I'm actually past the halfway point. So let's close this up, and I may take a little bit of a break. Then we'll switch to standing mode. We'll do all that. Sansu, right over here. Yeah, some things are going to have to be, yeah, you get me, you get me. All right, let's do this. Fuck. There we go. Get my coordinates. So, right over to here. Thusly, now this goes a little bit faster with World Edit, and I think it's because of the way that World Edit handles the chunks and blocks and stuff. You can carve out much, much bigger areas. But for today's stream, this is good enough. Let's see if it can actually take out that big of a chunk. I think it can. Nope. Nope. So let me see. Let's just make doubly sure that this is my starting point. San Su, right about up to here. Yeah, I just can't handle those last two chunks. Looking good. Okay, almost there, almost there. Maybe here. Right about there. And then over to here. Okay, so we should have the outline now of the area, and then we'll have to take out these middle sections, which is going to be, it's going to be quite a job. All right, so let's just have a quick fly-a-boot so we can show you guys what we did. All right, so this is where we're going to fit the first 3 copies of configuration 1 within this area and the staging area. And I'm going to try to line up both of the staging areas. So I'll have this set up over here like this, and then I'll have configuration 2 set up over here. And so maybe I'll make this quadrant the staging area for this one, and I'll make this quadrant the staging area for that one. So they kind of line up with each other. Right. Okay. So now I'm thinking we'll just do this in strips all the way across, and I'll try to figure out a way that I can try to reuse the same coordinates and just update them. Maybe I can do this a little bit more quickly. But let me see. We are past the halfway point. Let's switch to standing mode. Make a few minor adjustments here. Like that. Like that, maybe. Sláinte. By the way, today we are helping ourselves out to a little bit of the Belhaven Wee Heavy. All right. Great stuff. I know I'm wearing my Guinness merch today, but we're doing Belhaven. You know, I should get myself some Belhaven merch. They have it. They do have it. It's not quite as easily accessible as the Guinness merch is. But Belhaven, we have a good stuff. And fairly significant in the content, 7.4%. That's good stuff. Let's see. Right, so maybe we should just make this in strips all the way across. In fact, you know what? We could just do this, right? But we changed this to 90. And then let me see, our sun will start out with 3. And we could do this. Do this. Double back. Set this to 65. And then we should be good. Right, that'll save us a little bit of time, right? Doing it that way. Right about there. Bring this over to 90. This San Su, like this. We'll go over to here. Double back, update that to 65. Yep, nice. And in fact, we can get away with not even putting down the wool blocks as long as we're careful. No, see? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. this. Like that. Okay, there you go. There we go. Because we, you know, we don't want to be making mistakes all over the place. Speaking of which.
I make grave mistakes all the time. Everything seems to work out.
So, yeah, we have new redeems. Please feel free to use them. I think we have 2 new redeems right now. No, we have 3 new redeems. And many more new redeems to come soon. So now that I can upload these redeems very quickly, I'm thinking maybe add a new one now, maybe each month. So we're coming to the end of August. So at the beginning of September, maybe I'll chuck a new one in there, right? Maybe something like that. Each of the redeems I make for 1,000 channel points. That way it's high enough to be more of a reward for the folks who view more often. But it's low enough where you don't have to be like a lifelong viewer to be able to use them. Right? So I think it's a good balance. Let's see. Those particular types of redeems, they come from TV and movie clips and stuff. All of them so far are under less than 10 seconds. And so far, I haven't had any DMCA strikes with Twitch and even in YouTube for the VOD archives. I've not had any DMCA strikes yet. So I'll continue to use them and make more as long as I can. So let's make sure I did this before I interrupted myself. To here, so that's E, Sansu, over down there, like this. We'll go to here, like that. We'll get on over to here, like this. Nice. Okay, there we go. So each one of those strips, we have 2 down. We have 17 more of them to do. Good Lord. You know, if I did this correctly, like what's the highest point here? I may be able to get Yeah, like for example, I think this is the highest point. 83. Maybe by lowering it down to maybe 84, I can get an extra chunk in. Let's try it out. So let's try 5 chunks here. So let's go E, R, San, Si, U, like this. There we go. Yeah, so I'm thinking that we take less off the height. We can get away with taking out some more chunks here. Let's try 5 more. So I'm going 90. I was formerly going 90 blocks high, just to try to make sure that I don't leave anything in the air above. But when I'm doing that, it's counting the air blocks that I'm deleting as well, and then replacing them with other air blocks. So even though there may be a lot of blocks that look like they have nothing in them, it's still considered to have air blocks in there. And so, it'll max out the amount of blocks that we're allowed to delete at a time. Bye-bye. No soliciting. Okay, let's take a look at this. And I said, what, 84? Like that. All right, so let me see. E, R, San, Si. Ooh, right here. We'll go over to here. Yay! It did it. No. 84. There we go. E, R, San, Si. Ooh, right here. This is good music here for Mushroom Island. With the little mushies, the cute little music. Music for the mushies here. This is from Epidemic Sound. Our playlist is always from Epidemic Sound, and often in the VOD, in the YouTube VOD, I'll put in the link for the playlist that we use. This is the playlist that we use for Kachi Time, and also for the Baby Zombie Rush Generation stream. And this one is Fruity Juice by Jerry Lacey. Good stuff. It's cute. All right. Oh, that's right. Because, yeah, see, I got sidetracked there. It meant to do that. Okay, that's much better. There we go. Let's do this. Wrong. Come over here, just grab this, and I think this will be sufficient. Like that. There we go. A long and very tedious process. At 1:39, we have 21 minutes left of the stream. And of course, I really don't expect to be able to get all of this in 21 minutes. But we can do quite a bit. I wonder, you know what? Maybe I should try some of the world edit commands because I should have world edit loaded on this. I'm looking up at my GUI right now. I mean, I do see Lightmatica up there. But I'm looking at the... there we go. The upper left-hand part of the debug screen, I should say, right? And I'm not seeing the world edit in there. I can see that I have Lightmatica loaded. I thought I also had world edit on here. Maybe not. Let's continue with this, though. Hold on. Yeah, I was just looking at Lightmatica and I was thinking, but it looks like I have to make a tool and do stuff like that and everything. And, I don't want to waste time doing that. No, not right now. I'll learn that off camera. All right, so let's just do this. Let's just continue with this, right? And again, 90 is probably too high for that. Let's see what our highest point is here. It looks like, let me see, this is 84. This one's a little bit taller, so this will probably be 85. Like that. All right, so I pre-selected this block over here. So let's see how much of this we can take out. Maybe we can take out even more than 5 chunks. Let's try it. So sans Ulio. Let's try this. Take this down like that. Take that down like that. Fuck. Ah, there we go. Smashing. That was 6, right? So let's try this. come back here. We'll enter these in like that. We'll change this one to 65. We'll go back and change this one to 85. Yeah, that did it. Nice, nice, nice. Sans Leo like this. We'll go to here like that. This one gets updated to 65. This one gets updated to 85. And that should do it. Great. All right, let's look at the highest point on this one. In these chunks, it looks like it's 81. I think that's it. So 82 would be the highest one we could do here, maybe? Or the lowest point we could enter in. Right. Okay. Let's do this. Maybe we can grab even more chunks here, but 6 is pretty good, I think. San, Su, U, Liu. So I'm thinking this. We double back here. Okay, that's working good. This is moving things along a little bit better. San, Su, Liu, right here. Update this to 65. That to 82. Done. Then we have a third one right here. I had the debug screen set up, but obscuring that text. You know, I got to change the font color on that so I can read that a little bit better. But Ava Page, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. All right, so we're good there. Let's bring this up on over to here. And we can bring this over to here like this. We'll update that to 65 right there, and then we'll bring this one up to 82, and we should be done with this strip. Nice. Okay, we're actually making some pretty good progress here. I think this is like the highest point here for the rest of this all the way across. Let me see. This looks like 89. All right, so we're gonna, when we get over to this strip here, we're gonna have to take less chunks there, I'm thinking. How about in this strip? We've got, this looks like 86. How about this guy over here? 83. It would be 84. What? Wait a minute. Yeah, it is higher, right? 86. Yeah. So maybe until we get up to those, we can bring the height down a little bit. This is 83, so 84 is what we're going to have to go with for here. Let me get this started and that'll check chat. We'll move over to here. Let me see. E, R, San, Si, U, Liu. Right over to here. That. Take that to 65. We update this over to, what did I say, 84, I think it was. Was I able to take that out? Yes, I was. Okay. How's you doing? I's doing fine. How's you? You know what? I think I'll just stick with that Y value. What am I doing for time here? 51. I have a 9 minutes left of the stream. Let me see. E, R, San, Si, U, Liu. Let me come in over here. Coming over to here. I think we're still at 84 for that one. Yeah, that looks good. Now here we're going to have to bring this up to clear these. Let me see. This is, what did we say? I've looked at this several times now. 86. So 87 is what we're going to have to do here. Right there. So E. Oh, well, we can just go right to the end here and see if we can. We might be able to take these blocks. We'll see. Take all of these chunks. You know the drill. This goes to 65. This goes to, I think I said, what, 87, like that. Yeah, didn't take it, Hawk. Was able to do that, and then you know what? We'll just go knock these blocks out by hand. That's no big deal, right? Yeah, that's the way to do things. Let's see. Same thing with this chunk here, right? I mean, we've got 87. That would have to come up to 88 for these. That'd be a lot. Yeah. That'd be quite a bit. What am I doing for time here? 6 more minutes? Ah! Salancha. All right. And again, I said. Actually, that's that strip of chunks over there. This one here is 87, so 88 for these. And then I can bring it down, I'm thinking. Still might be too much, though. So E, R, San, S, U, Liu. Right here, like this. Like too many, right? So let's bring it down in stages. Okay, that takes down most of it. And then we'll go. Yeah, there we go. You can get it in 2 passes, right? So that's the idea. All right, as far as the height of this goes, the max height, that looks like 77 there. 78. 81, 82. That's a lot. 82. 82 might be doable. Let's try it. Let's try it out. So let me say E, R, San, Si, U, Liu, like this. Let's get down to here. Hey, we did it. Nice. Okay, that takes care of that. We just go to the end here for this last bit. See if it can handle this. If not, we'll just take it down as in layers like we did before. Nope, we're good. And Mushi made it out of that alive. Nice. So you guys can start to see the kind of area with which we'll be dealing, right? We may bring this up maybe a bit more into the 70s, like what would be a good height for this? Let me see, 65 and maybe 69, 71. Like 75 might be a good height. '79 might actually be an even better height. That way it's a little bit above the landscape, but then the walls will come up even more. So maybe back down to 75 or so would be a good height for the maze floor. And then actually this down below is going to have to go down even further, but I just don't know how much yet, so I have to make some measurements. Why, hello there! What are we doing today? Jeppo-tastic! So you guys can see the auto shout out there for fellow co-streamer over there, Jeppo-tastic. I highly recommend you check out Jeppo streams. Let me see. You did a just chatting stream? When was that? That must have been before your trip, right? Oh, thanks. Anytime. What we're doing, Jeppo, you may be pleased to know, I'm sure you will be, is we are actually building the Baby Zombie Rush game in its world now. So we're moving out of the test world and into its actual world here. And we're setting it up for reals. And so we're starting to clear out the landscape, level things off, and the 3 copies in staging area for configuration 1 are going to be going right in here. Yes! Triple exclamation points. Yep. So right now we're rather tediously using creative mode to clear out chunks, but we'll be incorporating world edit very soon with Lightmatica to speed things along. And we'll get 1 copy of the configuration built the way we want it. Then we'll make 2 more copies. So we'll put in configuration 1 here, and we'll do a copy and a copy, and then this will be a staging area. And then we'll do staging area for configuration 2 with 3 copies of that, or configuration 2 with its 2 copies over there. And we'll put both configuration 1, configuration 2 onto this Mushroom Island. And then throughout this map will be other configurations. Configuration 3 with its 2 copies in staging area 4, and so on, right? How long have you been working on Baby Zombie Rush? A few years. I remember when you first started it. I did start it a few years back, but as far as working on it, though, I haven't been working on it for years. I would like to say that. I have not been working on it for years. Because if you think about it, I do a 2-hour stream. I do that stream every other week. So that's 52 streams a year. And it's really half of that. So that's what? But if I double it, it winds up being, so it's about 52 hours a year. Say if I were doing this professionally and I put in like an 8-hour day just doing that, that would be the equivalent of dividing that. Well, let's round it to, let's say 56. So that would be like 7 work days of working on this. I know, but time flies. Yeah, it does seem, I've just stretched it out over that amount of time. But if you think about it, the actual amount of time I've been spending on it, it's about 7 work days. It's about like, a little over a work week, right? So, and it's actually even much less than that because like I took a month off in the wintertime. So I missed about 4 hours there, and then I took an hour off in summer, so I've missed about an hour off. I've taken 2 weeks off in the summer for my Taiwan trip, so that's 1 stream I missed there, 1 Baby Zombie Rush stream, and I've missed several Baby Zombie Rush streams recently because of the Shockbyte switch over to the new server. So it's even less than that. I'd say it's about a work week total. Was it like 2 years then? Because it seems like something that we should celebrate. It's definitely cause for celebration. But I will say it's probably a little bit too early to celebrate yet. Let's celebrate when configuration 1 is in set and up and running, and we invite our first contestant on. Our first contestant being predetermined already, by the way. The mighty Kumakwa himself will be the first contestant. We've already agreed on that. So, but yeah, but we should be. It's very exciting to have, it finally moving into its own world and out of the creative test world. I made an updated creative test world, and I was going to copy Baby Zombie Rush the prototype into that. And I got to thinking, you know what? Oh, we're far enough along. Let's just build it. So then there was some stuff with Shockbyte crossing over into its new servers and its new user service and stuff. So I had been holding back on that for the last few weeks. But today, last stream, last Baby Zombie Rush stream, we were going through Chunk Base to try to pick out a map. But eventually, I just drew the conclusion, Nebs gave us a seed for a map that she's been using with this big, huge mushroom island. Let's just use that, right? And so I loaded this up today and we began working. I celebrate this next phrase. Ha ha. I'm not going to stop you. It is definitely exciting. This next phase is a very, very cool thing. Let me see. I'm trying to think if any of our new redeems are appropriate. No, our new redeems are all kind of negative, actually. So, in a sarcastic way. Okay, for the viewers, they're experiencing a little bit of an ad break. Of course, VOD viewers don't have to deal with that. And we are back after the ads. There we go. So we are at the end of the stream, right? We're actually past the end of the stream, but I don't mind going over a little bit just to say hi to Jeppo. You know what? Let's turn those off. One thing we should probably do is pose for a thumbnail. Let's get over to here. Let's get up into here like this. Like that with our Mushi friends down below us. There we go. Mushi. Okay, so yeah, we'll have this for our thumbnail. Right there. We'll use that for the VOD thumbnail. Okay, I think with that, I'm going to have to wrap things up. And usually I will raid out, but today I cannot. I have to pick up Kachi for school. I have to go to the mechanics and pick up the van. And Biggie and I have things to do, so I got to sign right off and go do those things. Thanks for the stream. You are most welcome, and I look very forward to the next Jeppo-tastic stream, for which I'm able to drop in. And who knows? Maybe someday Jeppo might get Java and drop in on to Baby Zombie Rush and have a good run of it. Maybe someday I may get Bedrock and I'll be able to join Jeppo on one of her servers. Maybe. We'll see. But with that, okay, let's go to the cam scene. Maybe one day. Let's switch over to the camp scene. All right. With that, again, I'll not be raiding out today. I got to get on out of here. So, but I would like to thank everybody for dropping by today. It's so much fun to see you guys. And on our start to bringing Baby Zombie Rush into the real world, or its own world at least, but at least out of the test world phase and out of the prototype stage and going on to our first real version of it here. So that's going to be very, very cool. Just remember that we do this Generation stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Our next stream will be Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. That will be Buffooncraft SMP, the Season 5 server. Continuing our work on the Iron Farm. I've come up with some pretty cool ideas for that. So, and I'm quite far along in it. So hopefully I'll be able to finish that up before the season ends. We're not really sure when the season's going to end, but I'm thinking it's going to be soon, so I got to really get to work on that. The stream after that will be Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Kachi time. Last stream, Kachi did almost 90 minutes of middle school boy lore for his game, which was, I think, was hilarious, but I have no idea what he's going to do for this Sunday, but we'll have to see. With that, everybody, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your morning, your evening, wherever you happen to be. Join us again next time. Bye for now, everyone.